Welcome to today's presentation of Kaiser Long-term Healthcare. The ambassadress or endorser of Kaiser is no other than Ms. Sharon Cuneta Pangilinan. Sabi nga ni Sharon, kahit maputi na ang buhok mo, may Kaiser pa rin sa tabi mo. Ayan. So Kaiser Long-term Healthcare is a product of Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated. Who is Kaiser International Health Group? It is a health maintenance organization duly accredited with the Department of Health. It is likewise registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission on June 8, 2004 as a healthcare provider with an authorized capital stock of 160 million. In fact, this is double the amount required when putting up a healthcare company. The board of directors of Kaiser are seasoned experts in the medical field services and in the healthcare industry, with its current president and medical director, Dr. Leah Uy Yolo. She is a seasoned HMO executive and prominent doctor. She was recognized as an outstanding physician in the field of medicine in 2019, given by the University of Santo Tomas. Ayan. Dr. Leah Uy Yolo, as I mentioned, is the medical director of Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated and the president of Philippine Association of Health Maintenance Organization Companies, or PAMOC. So this is the association of all the healthcare maintenance organization companies in the Philippines, including MaxiCare, IntelliCare, iCare. Ayan. So si Dr. Leah ang presidente ng lahat ng HMO sa Pilipinas. Alright, who are the major clients of Kaiser International? So some of the major clients are the Senate of the Philippines, ayan, Supreme Court of the Philippines, Court of Appeals, Philippine Economic Zone Authority, and the Philippine Coast Guard. So kung makikita nyo sa picture, ito po yung contract signing of Kaiser and the Supreme Court of the Philippines just last year. Some of the medical centers of Kaiser are in Makati, Robinson's Place, Manila, and ang pinaka-latest po is sa SM North EDSA. Kaiser also has a clinic in Robinson's Galleria, in Cavite, SM Santa Rosa, SM City Cebu, SM Seaside Cebu, and Mactan. So, kasi di ba din kasama yung mga accredited hospitals and clinic ni Kaiser. So, who is IMG? IMG is International Marketing Group. It has been in the Philippines for more than 18 years. And Kaiser Medical Center naman, as I mentioned, is a healthcare provider. So, the two companies partnered to provide us healthcare products such as Kaiser Long-term Healthcare, Kaiser Shortterm Healthcare, and Kaiser Senior Care. IMG, or International Marketing Group, is a financial foundation builder industry and represents as Kaiser's exclusive broker. So kapag gusto mo ng mga Kaiser Healthcare, so kanino ka lalapit? Sa mga IMG members. Ayan. So Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated as an HMO company caters to both corporate, group, family, and individual accounts with their various short-term plan packages that would suit your healthcare requirements. So, tingnan natin, isa-isahin natin. So, Kaiser provides Kaiser Healthcare Individual. This is a short-term healthcare. The same thing with Kaiser Healthcare Family. If you would like to ensure the health of your family, meron tayong healthcare family plan. Like, for example, one principal plus one dependent. Pwede rin namang one principal plus two dependents or one principal plus three dependents. Depende po kung gaano kaliit or kalaki yung inyong pamilya. And of course, Kaiser also caters to corporate accounts. Merong Kaiser Healthcare Mini Group. This is composed of 10 to 49 members or employees. Meron din namang Kaiser Health Group for 50 to 99 members, 100 members and above. Kaya po kung yung company nyo ay walang healthcare, ayan, pwede po nyong recommend si Kaiser. Or kung meron naman kayong existing na healthcare and magre-renew na kayo, why not ask Kaiser to discuss their healthcare plan for your company? And meron din, of course, Kaiser Senior Care Plan. There are only 2 senior healthcare plan in the Philippines. And kung i-compare natin yung Kaiser Senior Plan, definitely this is way affordable than the competitor. So with 23,000 a year as premium for the senior care plan, meron nang maa-avail na 250,000 hospitalization package yung policy holder. So this is for 61 years old and above. And for today, what I'm going to discuss is Kaiser Long-term Healthcare, a 3-in-1 investment. Now, there are two types of healthcare. As I mentioned, merong short-term healthcare. Ito yung individual healthcare, family plan, corporate accounts, and of course, yung senior healthcare. They are for our present healthcare needs. Normally, until the age of 60, magagamit natin yan. What about the next type? That's long-term healthcare for our future healthcare needs. Ito yung susuport sa atin pagdating natin ng old age or retirement. Okay, the question is, when do people usually get sick? A, ayan, while we're still young, pag bata pa ba tayo? Or letter B, when we're older? Kailan ba mas prone magkasakit ang isang tao? Diba, definitely kapag mas umiidad na tayo. So meron nga akong kilala, 40 years old pa lang, pero may mga medical maintenance sila. How much more if age 60 plus and above na tayo? Now, if magkakasakit naman tayo, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic at present, saan natin gustong magpagamot? Yan. Saan natin gustong mapunta? Sa executive room ba? Sa pay ward? Or sa charity? Siguro kung nandito tayo sa charity, mas lalo tayong magkakasakit because of infection. Diba? So, definitely, gusto naman natin nasa executive room, naka-aircon, tapos ang pasalubong ng visitors mo ay basket of fruits, diba? Ayan, so gusto natin yan. Pero wala tayong choice if wala tayong healthcare. Now, this is the reality. Even if you have your healthcare provided by your company, once you retire or resign, you can no longer use that healthcare. Stop na rin lahat ng benefits mo. Okay? Hospitalization benefits or healthcare benefits from the company. Next, cost of healthcare at age 61 and up is very expensive. Bakit? Siyempre, habang umidad tayo, mas nagiging risky na, mas prone na tayong magkasakit. So definitely, mas mataas na rin yung i-charge na premium ng mga healthcare companies. Next, cost of medicines in the Philippines is 600% higher than other Asian countries. 6 times na di hamak mas mahal ang mga gamot natin, ang mga laboratory tests natin, and hospitalization expenses natin compared to other countries in Asia. 48% of hospital expenses in the Philippines are out of pocket. And many sick people die not because there is no medicine, but because of no money. Agree? Ayan. In fact, may nilabas nga before ang Commission on Audit na maraming mga gamot ang nag-expire sa mga hospitals. Meron naman palang gamot, kaso marami sa mga Pilipino hindi na lang magpapagamot because of the lack of money. Okay, let's now proceed to the statistics of our retirees, senior citizens right now. Ayan, tingnan natin. Sabi sa statistics, only 1% of our retirees is financially independent. Sila po yung kayang ipag-travel ang buong family, kaya magpaaral ng mga apo, diba? So hayahay ang kanilang retirement. And 23% of our retirees right now is still working. May nakikita pa ba kayo sa mga daan na mga matatanda na, 60 years old and above na, pero nagtatrabaho pa rin? In fact, may nakikita pa rin ako mga nasa construction and yet senior citizens na. Next, 30% is dependent on charity. Sila po yung mga nasa charitable institutions. And majority or 46% of our retirees is dependent on their children. Sila po yung pinagpapasapasahan ng mga anak para mabuhay. This statistics is from the US. How much worse it is in the Philippines, right? 99% of our retirees did not plan to fail. Wala namang gusto mag-fail sa buhay, tama? But they simply failed to plan. Ano ba yung kalimitang pinagpaplanuhan natin? Definitely, we have family planning, right? Meron din tayong planning a wedding. Minsan, 1 taon ang pagpaplano sa pagpapakasal. Most of the time, mas pinagpaplanuhan natin yung mga major occasions in our life. Birthday, baptismal, debut. Pero meron ba kayong kilala na ngayon pa lang nag-compute na how much ang kanyang magiging retirement pay, magkaning dapat yung i-save or invest ngayon para ma-achieve yung kanyang retirement pay? May kilala ba kayong ganong abnormal na tao? Diba? Hindi kasi uso sa ating mga Pilipino ang retirement planning. The question is, where do you see yourself when you retire? Nasa 1%, 23%, 30%, or 46%? Do you have a healthcare plan for your retirement? That's the question. Now, let's take a look at the probabilities. What is the probability na masusunog ang ating bahay? There is 1 to 1,200 chance. That's why yung mga negosyante naka-insure yung kanilang mga building and yung mga mayayaman naka-insure yung kanilang bahay. Ma-avoid nila yung risk of shelling out a huge sum of money para lang magpatayo ulit ng building or bahay. So the insurance company will indemnify them for the damage. Next, what is the probability na ma-aksidente tayo or magkakaroon ng car accidents? So the chance is 1 is to 240 chance. That's why, ang mga sasakyan po natin, especially the new ones, paglabas pala ng kasa niyan, meron na yung comprehensive car insurance. Long-term healthcare. What is the probability na tayo po ay magkakasakit pagtanda natin at mangangailangan ng mga special healthcare needs? Sabi nga, the probability is 1 is to 2 chance. So, that means to say, napakataas ng pangailangan natin para sa long-term healthcare. The problem is that, yes, we know that healthcare is vital, but sadly, okay, this is the reality. Many people have no access to this necessity. And in the Philippines, as we all know, okay, we have deficiencies when it comes to our healthcare system. Now, this is our timeline. Ayan. So we started with the date of birth, age 0 to 22 years of age. Ito yung tinatawag nating school years. Diba? And then age 22 to 60 years old, ito naman yung ating working years. Ayan. So pagdating ng 60, it's either your boss fires you or you fire your boss. Tama? Ito yung panahon na tayo ay nagpapakahirap magtrabaho, na-stress tayo. Sino sa inyo ang love na love ang trabaho? Na kahit walang sweldo ay magtatrabaho pa rin. Diba? And then age 60 to 90, ayan, 90 BTL means back to the Lord. Ayan. Ito naman ang ating retirement years. Napansin niyo po ba yung working years natin is almost the same as the number of our retirement years. Especially that the life expectancy now of Filipinos, for women, nag-average ang life expectancy to 75 years old and men almost 70 years old. So what if nag-retire ka at age of 60 and then you live for another 10 years, another 20 years, another 30 years? Pagdating ng retirement, anong gusto natin? Parang si Lolo, pa-travel-travel na lang, di ba? Painom-inom ng vodka? Or pag nag-retire tayo, parang si Lolo. Okay, namamalimos sa mga anak, namamalimos sa mga kamag-anak para mabuhay. Most of the time, okay, yung mga pinagtrabahuhan natin for so many years of our life, almost 40 years of working, all our assets, our properties, all our savings can be wiped out with just one critical illness. Okay, during our working years, it's good if you have your short-term healthcare. Okay, it's better if your company provides you short-term healthcare. Pero ang question is, what about pagdating natin ng 60 to 90 years old? Pagdating natin ng retirement years, ano ang gagamitin nating healthcare? Do we have a long-term healthcare? At the age of 60, ang assumption natin, retired na tayo, wala na tayong source of income, and again, kailan mas prone magkasakit ang isang tao? Hindi ba pag nasa age 60 and above na? And kadalasan, mga critical illnesses na or dreaded diseases na. So, avail yourself a long-term healthcare while you are still young and healthy. Now, let's compare short-term healthcare versus that of long-term healthcare. Pag sinabing short-term healthcare, ito po yung MaxiCare, IntelliCare, iCare, Fortune Care, but those care would no longer care when you reach the age of 61 and above. Okay? So pag sinabing short-term healthcare, ito po ay annual renewable healthcare account. Pag sinabi namang long-term healthcare, this is a health insurance investment account. 3-in-1. May healthcare, may insurance, and merong investment. So let's compare. Number 1, when it comes to short-term healthcare, renewal is not guaranteed. Especially po if with high claims, the healthcare company will increase the price or they can also refuse renewal of your healthcare. This happens kapag po sakitin ang policyholder. Kasi kung sakitin ka and madalas yung hospitalization mo, baka next year hindi ka na nila i-renew. Whereas sa long-term healthcare, renewal po is guaranteed. After being approved, tapos naging sakitin ka, okay, guaranteed po yan na every year renewed ka. Magagamit mo yung iyong healthcare. Number 2, no term insurance coverage. So, kaya nga healthcare lang siya, ibig sabihin, pag nagkasakit ka lang. Pero pag namatay ka or na-aksidente ka, wala po siyang equivalent term insurance coverage. Unlike sa long-term healthcare, it has 4-way insurance coverage. So, A, meron po siyang term life insurance. So, pag namatay ang policyholder, may makukuha pong life insurance benefits ang beneficiary. Letter B, accidental death dismemberment benefit. For example, aksidente or nagkaroon dismemberment like loss of eye, loss of hands or feet, may equivalent insurance percentages po yan. Letter C, waiver due to death. What if namatay ang policyholder? So automatic fully paid po yung plan. And letter D, waiver due to disability. What if permanent disability? So if that's the case, fully paid din po yung plan. Okay, number 3, no accumulation of unused health fund. So whether magamit mo siya ngayon, ayan, or hindi, next year bayad ko uli ng iyong short-term healthcare. Now, for long-term healthcare, all unused health fund accumulates po with interest. So meron din po siyang investment. Kasi part of the premium that you pay for your long-term healthcare is being invested po. So kung ano man yung kinikita ng investment mo, ibabalik din sa iyo pagdating ng maturity. Number 4, distinction. No return of premium for non-utilization. Again, pag hindi mo nagamit yung healthcare mo, hindi ka na ospital, wala na pong balik ng ibinayad mo. Unlike sa long-term healthcare, ito ang isa sa magandang feature ng long-term healthcare, there is a return of 85% of premium on the maturity date if you have no claims during the 7-year paying period. Kung sa loob ng isang taon, ikaw ay naging malusog at hindi ka naman na-hospitalized, 85% po ng ibinayad nyo sa loob ng 7 years ay ibabalik din po sa inyo pagdating ng maturity. And last, number 5, most healthcare companies cover only up to age 60. That's the reality. Some healthcare covers beyond 60 but very expensive na po yan. So one-off case lang yung mga ganyan. Okay, whereas sa long-term healthcare, it covers beyond age 60 until 100 years old. And any unused health fund continue to earn interest for as long as meron kang fund doon sa healthcare mo. Now, do you have a healthcare or are you planning to have your own healthcare? So this could help you, okay, in evaluating what healthcare to avail. So the final test of a good healthcare. So short-term versus long-term healthcare. So one of the questions is, does it have short-term healthcare benefits? Now, for short-term healthcare, of course, magagamit niyo po yan until age 60. Pag na-hospitalize ka, magpapacheck up ka or consultation or operations, magagamit mo yung short-term healthcare mo. Ganon din naman po yung ating long-term healthcare. Next question, does it have long-term healthcare benefits? Well, sa short-term healthcare, hindi mo na siya magagamit pagdating mo ng age 61 and above. But for long-term healthcare, yes, magagamit mo siya until 100 years old. Does it have guaranteed renewal? Definitely sa short-term, as I explained a while ago, kapag mataas po ang utilization rate nyo, malamang hindi na po ma-renew. So it's not guaranteed. But for long-term healthcare, the renewal is guaranteed. Does it have savings and investments? Sa short-term healthcare po, there is none. For long-term healthcare, yes, there is a return. So meron po tayong tinatawag na bonus. 85% of the amount you paid for in 7 years will be given back to you at the maturity period. Does it have protection? Pwede mo bang gamitin ang short-term healthcare mo kapag na-aksidente ka or may insurance din ba siya pag namatay ka? Definitely wala po. Unlike sa long-term healthcare, meron. Alright, so let me introduce with you Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated. It offers a one-of-a-kind HMO product, the Premium Healthcare Builder Plan. This is known as the Ultimate Kaiser Health Builder. It is a long-term healthcare plan and the only long-term healthcare that we have in the Philippines today. So Kaiser Long-term Healthcare is a 7-year paying and 13-year waiting plan. 7 years kang mag-iipon or magbabayad and 13 years to wait. It is designed to provide healthcare beyond that of an HMO. Yan, magagamit mo for hospitalization, for consultation. It allows individuals to save during employment while still being covered by companies' health plan. So if you are covered by your company with a healthcare plan, that's good. So gamitin mo yung short-term healthcare provided by your company, and yung Kaiser long-term healthcare plan mo is mas magandang gamitin pagdating ng iyong retirement. It is also geared to address the long-term healthcare needs of individuals, especially after employment and retirement years. Ang Kaiser long-term healthcare po ay nakadesign para po sa ating retirement. Ito, yung sinasabi ko po kanina na just in na ang assumption natin pag nag-retire tayo, wala na tayong source of income, stop na ang ating mga healthcare benefits sa company, and mas prone na tayong magkasakit. And Kaiser Long-Term Healthcare Plan is a means to secure a more comfortable elderly life. Hayahay ang ating retirement. Okay, so Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder is a 3-in-1 product. It is a healthcare, insurance, and investment. Kaya po siya 3-in-1. Sino po ang pwedeng mag-avail ng Kaiser Long-Term Healthcare? Now, ang starting age po is 10 years old. For 10 to 40 years old, ayan, the lowest plan is K45. This is the name of the plan. For age 41 to 50, it's K60. And for age 51 to 60 years old, it's K75. The 10 years old up to 60 years old po, they can avail a higher plan other than the minimum plan. Okay, so let's take for example, K100. This is the name of the plan. So the lowest plan is K45. Meron din pong K50, K60, K75, right? So the installment amount for K100 is 58,821.43. The mode is annual, and the contract price is 411,750. This is for 7 years. Okay? Now, for example, the starting age is 22. Okay, nag-start na siyang mag-apply for Kaiser and approve. At the age of 22 to age 29, that 7 years is called as the accumulation or saving period. Okay? So, 7 taon ka lang magbabayad, 7 taon ka lang mag-iipon. And you can choose pa monthly payment, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual payment. The good thing about annual payment is discounted po siya ng 2 months. So, pumapata parang 10 months lang yung binayaran mo. Now, on the 8th year up to the 20th year or 13 years, ang tawag po dyan, extended period. So again, so Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder po is a 3-in-1 product. It provides us a lifetime healthcare, plus it has a 20-year life insurance coverage, plus investment or retirement fund. Okay, let's start first with healthcare. For this plan, K100, ayan, so again, the first 7 years is known as the accumulation or saving period. What are the healthcare benefits that we can get for the first 7 years? Number 1, annual physical examination benefits. Sa loob po ng 7 years, libre po ang ating annual physical exam. So mamaya ipapakita ko yung mga lists of the PE benefits. Number 2, dental benefits. Ayan. Number 3, waiver of installment due to death or credit life. Number 4, waiver of installment due to disability. Number 5, basic medical benefits. Number 6, members' choice of room and board. That's 1,000 per day for the K100 plan. Number 7, annual benefit limit. Just in case ma-hospitalize ka, you are covered with 60,000 hospitalization limit every year for 7 years. Number 8, term life from accumulation until the 20th year. May insurance ka po for 20 years. Number 9, accidental death and dismemberment from accumulation until 20th year. And number 10, lifetime network access to over 500 hospitals and over 1,000 doctors as long as you have funds. Now, next, investment. So, pagdating natin ng 8th year to 20th year, extended period, ano po makukuha natin pagdating ng maturity or at the age of 42 sa ating example? 10% yearly health benefits. Ito po yung kinita ng investments natin starting 8th year hanggang 20th year. 10% accumulated unused yearly healthcare or HBL. Kasama po dito yung long-term care benefit upon maturity and long-term care bonus upon the maturity. So 100,000 is the name of the plan, kaya nag-add ng 100,000 and 350,000 po iting na-mention ko na 85% of the premium you paid for 7 years. Plus, yearly health bonus and accumulated yearly bonus. Ito po yung tinatawag na additional health benefit na 446,419 or dividend. So pagdating ng maturity, anong makukuha mo? So the total maturity value is 1,166,169. Okay? Now pagdating ng maturity period, again, you will have 1,166,168. Pero sabi mo, malakas ka pa, okay, kaya mo pa, so age 42 ka pa lang, so sabi mo, iiwanan ko muna until the age of 60. If you leave that at the age of 60, that will become 6,483,800. If iiwanan mo pa yan 100%, at the age of 65 mo kukunin, that will be 10,442,224. So this is really money working for you. Investment siya, may retirement fund ka. Now, pagdating dito sa maturity period, you have 3 options. Pwede pong yung 1,166,168 ay i-withdraw nyo ng buo. So that's withdrawal of the entire maturity value. Or you have option number 2, withdraw only a portion of the maturity value. Pwede pong 50% lang ang i-withdraw nyo, or 20%, or 30%, or 80%. Whatever amount remains, yun po ang nag-earn ng interest. Or you have option number 3, retain the maturity value with Kaiser. So, kung option nyo naman is iwanan ang maturity value, okay, so ito yung sinasabi na pagdating mo ng 60, may more than 6 million ka, and at the age of 65, you have more than 10 million. Now, let's proceed to insurance. Okay? So, 7 years mo lang siyang binayaran, pero insured ka for how many years? 20 years until po the age of 70. There is also an accidental death and dismemberment benefit for 20 years. So, ano makukuha natin? So, long-term care benefit and the long-term care bonus I mentioned a while ago. So, yung 100,000 plus 350,000 for a total of 450,000, ito po ang insurance coverage ng K100. Now, if ang cost po ng pagkamatay is through an accident, that's double the amount of insurance. So 450,000 plus 450,000 for a total of 900,000. Just in case kunin ka ni Lord, dahil maganda daw ang boses mo nang ilangan ng choir sa langit, ayan, so may makukuha ang 900,000 yung beneficiary mo. Let me explain in details the healthcare benefits that you can get during the first 7 years. So number 1, may kasama na pong annual physical exam to be administered by an accredited clinic. So APE coverage, it covers the basic 5 like physical examination, chest x-ray, routine fecalysis, routine urinalysis, and complete blood count. Libre po ito during the first 7 years. So maganda, i-avail nyo to. And of course, for members above 35 years of age, meron na pong ECG and pap smear for female members above 35 years old or as required by your doctor. Next, dental benefits, unlimited dental check-ups. Ayan, kahit araw-araw ka magpa-check up sa iyong dentist. Unlimited simple tooth extraction, once a year free dental prophylaxis, recementation of jacket, crowns, inlays, onlays, and minor adjustment of your dentures. Number 3, basic medical health benefits. Ayan, so accredited physician's fee, specialist fee, surgeon's fee, anesthesiologist fee. Ayan, may coverage din po sa operating room, and of course, hospital intensive care. Covered po yan. Okay, number 4, member's choice of room and board up to 1,000 pesos per day for K100 plan. Number 5, yearly medical benefit limit amounting to 60,000 per year after full payment of the first year of the total premium. So just in case ma-hospitalize po kayo, magagamit nyo na po ba yung Kaiser Healthcare nyo? So it would depend po. If nakabayad na kayo ng first year premium, pag na-hospitalize po kayo, covered na po kayo. Pero what if nagma-monthly payment ka? So you have to complete the first 12 months of payment bago po natin ma-avail itong ating yearly hospitalization benefit limit. Okay, so take note, the above provisions 1, 2, 3 can be availed of after full payment of the first year of the total premium. Okay. So again, the basic medical benefits, accredited hospital's room and board, services of accredited physician, specialist, surgeon, anesthesiologist, hospital intensive care unit, and operating room fee. That's the basic medical benefits coverage. And accredited hospitals, Kaiser has over 800 accredited hospitals, hospitals intensive care unit, and operating room. There is also special and extended benefits provided by Kaiser, such as magnetic resonance imaging, nuclear radioactive isotope scan, CT scan, dialysis, blood transfusion, physical, speech therapy, anti-rabies, venom and tetanus vaccine emergency benefits. Number 6, term life insurance coverage. If the member dies before attaining the age of 75 years and prior to this entitlement to the long-term care benefit value as indicated in the schedule of benefit, his beneficiary shall be entitled to an amount equal to the sum of long-term care benefit value and long-term care experience incentive hospital benefit limit upon approval of the claim by the insurance company. So again, as I mentioned, pag namatay ang policy holder, okay, so meron pong makukuhang life insurance benefit ang kanyang beneficiary. That is if the member dies before attaining the age of 75. Number 7, accidental death and dismemberment. I mentioned this a while ago. Okay, kapag ang cause po ng death is accident, that's double the amount of insurance. And meron din po mga dismemberment coverage. If loss of both hands, 100% ang insurance coverage. If loss of both feet, it's also 100%. If loss of one hand and one side of one eye, that's 100%. Same thing with loss of one foot and sight of one eye, that's 100%. If loss of both sight, 100%. What if left hand, 50%? So, pwedeng para 100%, pati na rin yung right hand. Joke lang po. Okay, number 8, waiver of membership fees due to death. Okay, if the member during the accumulation period and before exceeding the age of 75, the proceeds of the credit life insurance shall be applied to the balance of this total membership fees upon approval of the claim by the insurance company making the contract fully paid. Okay, what if namatay ang policyholder on the 3rd year during the payment period, considered po as fully paid ang plan. Wala pong iiwanang utang sa pamilya. Number 9, waiver of membership fees due to total and permanent disability. So for example po, naging permanently disabled kayo for at least 6 months, okay, magiging fully paid din po ang inyong Kaiser Long-term Healthcare. So wala na kayong babayarang utang. If the member dies during the accumulation period, the principal beneficiary named herein shall be substituted as the new member, but no longer with insurance benefits and subject to the provisions on pre-existing illnesses. So that means to say po na yung mga healthcare benefits can be transferred to the beneficiary upon the death of the policyholder. Namatay naman yung first beneficiary, matatransfer yung healthcare at saka yung investment dun sa second beneficiary. Pero wala na pong insurance because nakuha na siya ng first beneficiary. Okay, next, family assistance service. So for example, nagkasakit ang parent na dala sa hospital, pwede tayong mag-asa Kaiser ng family assistance. So for example, humihingi ng deposit ang hospital, pwede pong i-waive yung pagbabayad ng deposits. So these are just some of the restrictions. Policy should be in active status and plan should have completed at least 1 year payment. So para ma-avail itong family assistance service, kailangan po nakapagbayad na tayo ng 1 year premium sa Kaiser. Nominated patient must be an immediate family member of the policyholder or within the first degree of consanguinity. Next, policyholder agrees to avail only of the services of Kaiser's accredited doctors and affiliated network of hospitals. So dapat po, pupunta kayo dun sa mga accredited doctors and affiliated hospitals. Kasi baka pag hindi po yan accredited, hindi rin po kayo maka-avail ng family assistance service. Next, assistance to be provided by Kaiser shall only be to the extent of the allowable benefits due to the plan holder under his policy. So it would depend on the type of plan that you have availed. Next, prior to discharge of the nominated patient, payment should have been settled to Kaiser. Kung na-hospitalize naman ang immediate family member and wala ka pang money, so pwede ka rin makipag-usap kay Kaiser para Kaiser muna ang sumagot ng gastusin. However, you have to settle that prior to the discharge of the patient. And depende pa rin yan sa plan, kung ilang years ka na nagbayad, and kung ano yung type of plan na na-avail mo. Next, Kaiser's approval to avail of such assistance must first be obtained by the member and the issuance of LOA will then be given. So, kailangan po is tawag po muna tayo sa Kaiser bago tayo magpa-confine or bago natin i-confine yung ating immediate family member. Para very clear po through an LOA kung ano po yung set of tests and payments na i-cover lang po ni Kaiser. Please note that family assistance service po is merely an accommodation and it is not considered a benefit of the plan. Hence, approval and denial on the availment solely depends on Kaiser. Okay, let's now proceed to the extended period benefits. This is from 8th year to 20th year. Ayan, so what are the benefits? Long-term care benefit value or LTCBV. This is the guaranteed health benefit as shown in the schedule of benefits which can be used at the end of the 20th year as part of the hospital benefit limit until fully utilized or can be converted into cash on the 20th year. Ito po yung kinita ng ating investment sa Kaiser na makukuha natin on the maturity period. Next, yearly healthcare hospital benefit limit or YHCHBL, which is equivalent to 10% of the long-term care benefit value earned starting from the end of the accumulation period and every year thereafter up to the 20th year. Pagdating po ng 8th year, meron tayong hospitalization coverage and kasama na dyan yung mga pre-existing illnesses or dreaded diseases. So covered na po yan pagdating ng 8th year hanggang 20th year. Next, long-term healthcare experience incentive hospital benefit limit or LTH-CEI-HBL. Approximately 85% of the total membership fees which can be converted into cash or be a part of the hospital benefit limit from the 20th year until fully utilized. Ito naman po is yung tinatawag nating bonus. 85% na ibinayad mo for 7 years will be given back to you at the maturity period. Lifetime network access. Lifetime access po to over 10,000 doctors and over 800 medical facilities as long as you have funds available in your Kaiser Long-term care. Cost-free health benefits. Additional yearly healthcare hospital benefit or AYHCHBL. It is a benefit other than the YHCHBL at the end of the accumulation period and every year thereafter up to the 20th year of the contract, provided that Kaiser's investment earnings is higher than 6% per annum. This is on top of your YHCHBL. Ayan. So to summarize, again, for K100 plan, the first 7 years is the accumulation or saving period. And starting 8th year until 20th year, this is the extended period. So what if you get sick? So if you get sick, of course, Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder covers you, provides you healthcare benefits, okay, from year 1 to the 20th year. For year 1 to 7, you have hospitalization coverage of 60,000 for K100. Ayan, for K45, that's I think 50,000 per year until the 7th year. On the 8th year onwards, that will be 10% of your plan. So it answers our healthcare needs. The next what if you die too soon? So if you die too soon, Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder provides you 20-year life insurance. So what if something happened to you on the 3rd year? So if something happened to you on the 3rd year, considered po as fully paid yung plan and transferable po yung inyong healthcare, investment, and insurance doon sa first beneficiary. So it answers our insurance needs. Next, what if you live too long? If you live too long, yung healthcare po natin covers us up to age 100 plus investment needs. So again, IMG teaches us to build a solid financial foundation. This is a strategy. So first, increase cash flow, next, healthcare fund, and then life insurance, eliminate debts, have emergency fund, and last but not the least, investment. So Kaiser provides us already a healthcare fund that we can use up to age 100. Aside from that, meron na rin po siyang 20-year insurance coverage. And of course, meron na rin tayong investment or retirement fund. So ang next na lang na gagawin natin is pataasin yung ating cash flow, eliminate our debts or zero out our debts, and of course, set up our emergency fund. So this is a complete financial solution if you get sick, if you die too soon, and if you live too long. Diba? Parang Centrum lang. It's complete. Alright, so just to give you an idea, for example, sa lowest plan po, the one I mentioned is K100. For the lowest plan, it's K45. Ayan, again, Kaiser 3-in-1 benefits. It's an insurance plus healthcare plus investment product. Okay, for K45, the term insurance is 202,500. The annual benefit limit or hospitalization coverage is 50,000 for 7 years. And the projected maturity value that you can get on the 20th year is 524,776. How much are you going to pay for this? So the monthly payment of K45 is 2,647 or 26,470 in 1 year. So if you notice, pumapatak po 10 months lang yung annual because discounted po siya ng 2 months. Alright, plus pay annual policy fee of 500 for 7 years. 2,647, mahal po ba to or mura? Sino na ang kaya mag-start ng Kaiser Long-term Healthcare with K45? This is for age 10 up to age 40. So 2,647, if we compute that daily, that's only 88 pesos. Diba? 88 pesos per day. Sino ang kayang mag-ipon ng 88 pesos a day for this 3-in-1 product? May insurance ka na, may healthcare ka na, and may investment ka, and you only spend 88 pesos a day. So may mga little sacrifices lang tayo na kailangan natin gawin, like pag-iwas sa junk foods, Mobile Legends, mga video games, or pagbabawas ng kain sa labas, pagbabawas ng coffee sa Starbucks or milk tea, or other vices. Contract payment for K45 is 188,788. This is for 7 years. So kasama na dyan yung policy fee for 7 years. So imagine if you started at age 22, at the age of 42, mature na yung plan mo, you'll get 524,776. At age 60, that's 2.1 million. And at the age of 65, meron kang 4,699,001. Right? So, imagine, 4.6 million, ang binayaran mo lang is 188,788, 7 taon ka lang nag-ipon, and yet pagdating ng retirement mo, hayahay ang buhay. So this is money working for you. And Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder can help you by making money work for you. Now, let's discuss the pre-existing medical conditions. Ano ba yung pre-existing illnesses? These are illnesses or injuries considered to be in existence prior to the effective date of the contract. Ito yung mga sakit mo na even before ka pa mag-apply or mag-apply ng Kaiser or even before ka ma-approve sa Kaiser mo. Number 2, any professional advice or treatment was given for such illness or condition. So dati ka na nagagamot dyan, may treatments or advice from your doctor. Next, such illness or condition was in any way evident to the member before the effective date of the contract. This is what I mentioned. Bago ka pa nag-sign ng contract, talagang nararamdaman mo na yan or nasa sistema na ng katawan mo. Number 4, the pathogenesis of such illness or condition started whether or not the member is aware of it. So when you sign your application form, tapos chinek mo doon, no, okay, wala kang ganong sakit because you're not aware of it, mako-consider pa rin ba siyang pre-existing illness? It would depend on what your doctor state in the medical certificate na illness mo na yon prior to the approval of your Kaiser application. So what are the illnesses covered during naman the extended period? So sa first 7 years po, hindi covered yung mga pre-existing illnesses. Kailan po siya mako-cover? On the 8th year to the 20th year. So ano pong mga sakit ang covered na? So lahat po ng pre-existing illnesses will be covered during the extended period. Bronchial asthma, pulmonary tuberculosis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, diabetes, thyroid diseases, systemic allergies, hernias, dysfunctional uterine bleeding, chronic hemorrhoids, gastric or duodenal ulcers, liver cirrhosis, kidney diseases, blood dyscrasia, immunologic and collagen diseases, endometriosis, cholecystitis, hallux valgus, lithiasis, cancer, atherosclerosis, cardiovascular disease, or cerebrovascular accident. Okay? And also, covered na rin po ang dreaded diseases sa extended period. Example, cerebrovascular accident or stroke, cardiovascular disease, diabetes mellitus and its complications, central nervous system lesions, liver parenchyma disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, chronic kidney, urological disease, chronic gastrointestinal tract disease, collagen diseases, malignancies and blood dyscrasias, single or multiple organ dysfunction and failure, conditions that may require dialysis, chronic pain syndrome, any illness other than the above which would require intensive care unit confinement, and any other illness that is not mentioned above and is not self-inflicted is included. Ayan. PhilHealth. So the good thing about this is your PhilHealth benefit is integrated with Kaiser. So ibabawas po muna ang PhilHealth coverage nyo bago i-deduct dun sa Kaiser plan nyo. So once admitted, you will be advised to file your PhilHealth reimbursement form. The PhilHealth reimbursement due shall be deducted from your total hospital bills. Kaiser members without any PhilHealth membership shall shoulder and pay the corresponding portion of PhilHealth. Ayan, grace period. Kilala ba natin si Grace? If payment is made after the grace period, the contract shall be considered lapse. Kailan po maglalapse ang ating policy? Okay, so you are given a grace period of 30 days. Okay, what if naglapse yung policy, hindi nakabayad, nawala ng trabaho, or nakalimot magbayad, okay, and lumampas dun sa grace period? May remedy pa ba? Yes, this is called as reinstatement. You still have the option to reinstate your Kaiser Long-term Healthcare within 2 years from your first unpaid due date. Alright? So you have two options, update or redate. In updating, okay, you will pay the premiums due on all the missed months plus a surcharge fee of 1.5% per month or 18% per annum kung 1 year kang hindi nakapagbayad from the date of each unpaid installment. So yan. So babayaran mo lang lahat ng mga months na hindi mo nabayaran plus 1.5 surcharges per month. Now, kung ayaw mo naman mag-update dahil walang-wala ka talagang money, talagang enough lang for the monthly premium, pwede kang mag-redate. Ano naman po ang redate? You will pay the premium for the month, but the maturity, of course, will be moved or stretched. So kung 6 na buwan ka di nakabayad, parang ang mangyayari, you'll start a new date, makakount lahat ng ibinayad mo, pero syempre, may extend yung maturity period ng another 6 months. Okay? Kasi 6 months ka hindi nagbayad. Okay? So, hahaba yung maturity mo. Instead na tapos ka na, after 7 years, magiging 7 years and 6 months pa bago mo tapos yung payment mo. When you get your Kaiser, it's also a way to discipline yourself na instead of spending 2,647 for unnecessary things, diba, you're already allotting it for your 3-in-1 healthcare insurance and investment needs. Dinidiscipline mo na yung sarili mo. Okay, for reinstatement, here are the requirements. So fill out a reinstatement application form and pay a reinstatement fee of 300 pesos. So bayaran nyo muna yung 300 pesos na processing fee and then fill out the reinstatement form and iko-kiosk po yan online. Again, it can be done within 2 years of the first unpaid due date. Okay, here is another provision. The member shall be considered a new applicant subject to pre-existing conditions and for purposes of contestability of insurance coverage and to any other requirements for a new applicant for membership in effect at that time. So remember, meron tayong mga pre-existing conditions na na-mention kanina. May 2 years tayong contestability period, but because nag-lapse yung policy mo and nag-file ka ng reinstatement, it's as if nag-start ka ng panibago. So count ulit sa 2 years contestability period. Kaiser will cancel the contract without need of notice to the owner if he fails to, and all reinstated plans shall be subjected to the new price. So for example, ang old price is 2,647 monthly. Tapos, nung magre-reinstate ka, tumaas ng presyo, naging 3,500 na, magiging subject to new price yon. So, you will pay na 3,500 pag nagpa-reinstate ka. Okay, healthcare value. What do we mean by cash surrender value? Kung di mo na talaga mabayaran, ayaw mo nang ituloy, may makukuha kang cash surrender value. Depende po yan sa schedule of benefits. Okay, so don't expect na mababalik ang lahat ng binayad mo. Depende po yan kung gaano katagal na kayo nagbayad. Next, let's talk about transferability. The benefits under the Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder Plan may be transferred or assigned by the member, provided that during his/her lifetime, the member appoints in writing the principal beneficiary who shall receive all remaining outstanding benefits in the event of his or her death. Kaya po pag nag-fill out kayo ng Kaiser form, naka-indicate po doon yung 4 na beneficiaries nyo. Okay? Para alam ng Kaiser kung sino po ang makaka-receive ng lahat ng benefits, including insurance, healthcare, and investments. So, matatransfer nyo lang po ang Kaiser nyo pag namatay kayo. Okay? Knock on wood. However, the Kaiser Ultimate Health Builder Plan itself cannot be sold, assigned, or transferred to any third party, nor payment of membership fee be assumed by said third party. So, hindi po pwedeng ibenta ang Kaiser kahit kanino. Hindi mo rin pwedeng i-assign or i-transfer sa any third party. Again, matatransfer lang po yan kapag namatay kayo. Next, what are the benefits that can be received by the principal beneficiary? So I discussed this already. Take note, the above benefits can be utilized by the principal beneficiary for his/her own health or medical benefits. So yung first beneficiary na naka-receive ng mga benefits, magagamit niya po yan para sa kanyang healthcare and medical benefits, hindi ng ibang tao. Now, the question is, pwede bang i-upgrade ang plan? Yes, your Kaiser Long-term Healthcare plan can be upgraded within 30 days from its effectivity date. So within 30 days lang po pwedeng magpa-upgrade. So for example, K45 ang kinuha mo, in-avail mo, and gusto mong i-upgrade to K100. So pwede po yon basta within 30 days from the date of your policy effectivity date. So what should you do? Just fill out amendment form, pay the processing fee of 300 pesos, and if there are additional installment corresponding to the updated plan. Okay, the next question is, pwede bang mag-upgrade ng mode of payment? Mode of payment can be upgraded anytime after completion of its respective cycle. So, pwede bang i-change from monthly to quarterly? Pwede bang from quarterly to annual? Or pwede bang from semi-annual to annual? Yes, it can be done. Alright? So, if within 30 days po, after the policy's effectivity date, all you have to do is fill out amendment form and pay any additional installment due, okay, depending on the updated mode of payment. And of course, if beyond 30 days naman after the purchase or policy effectivity date, so fill out amendment form and magbabayad na po kayo ng processing fee. And of course, ask Kaiser for the computation Kasi magko-compute po nila yung difference from the, for example, quarterly to annual. Pwede po mag-upgrade, pero hindi po pwedeng mag-downgrade ng mode of payment. That means to say, kung nag-annual ka na, nag-start ka with annual, you can no longer degrade it to semi-annual, quarterly, or monthly. And for the payment, so you may screenshot this one. So you may pay to any of the following Kaiser International Health Group bank accounts: BPI Family Bank, BPI Commercial Bank, Union Bank, and Banco de Oro. Or you may pay through IMG bank accounts po. Ayan, pwedeng bank transfers, deposits, GCash, etc. If you have any concerns, for example, follow-up of your policy, ayan, so just email customercare@kaiserhealthgroup.com. These are the 3 simple and easy steps to open your Kaiser Healthcare account. First step, okay, just request for your Kaiser proposal. This is for free. Just ask the person who invited you, give him or her your full name, okay, your birth date, and your email address para magawan po kayo ng Kaiser proposal. So sa Kaiser proposal, makikita niyo po lahat ng mga benefits na pwede niyo makuha, ma-avail, and of course, the terms of payment. So andun na rin po lahat ng computation if monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual ang mode of payment. Second step, fund your investment. You may do so by depositing your payments or through bank transfers, GCash, Palawan Express, etc. So we suggest that you pay first before you fill out the application form. And step 3, fill out and sign the Kaiser application form through the IMG e-app system. So that's it. I hope you've learned a lot from this Kaiser long-term presentation. See you next time. Stay healthy and keep safe. God bless everyone.